Why did man transgress? Because he chose to be self-centered rather than God-centered. I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. No man can come to God except by me. There is no alternative. What is the cost and effect of salvation? Well, without trying to read the mind of the writer, I think that person was trying to ask a question about the cost and effects. But don't worry, as a bonus, I will take the cost also. He's asking about the costs and effects, but I think the intention was to ask about the costs. But notwithstanding, I'm going to take the three: the cost, and the effects. To start with, when we talk about the cost of salvation, what cost salvation was because there was sin. What is salvation in the first case? Salvation is deliverance. Sozo in the Greek. To be delivered from destruction, from anything that is contrary to the perfect will of God for man. That is what salvation is all about. It was sin that brought poverty, sicknesses, and the rest of them. But now, when sin came in Genesis chapter 3, all these intrusions came in. We could no longer enjoy the fullness of life that God intended for us. That was why salvation became necessary. When Adam was made, he did not need salvation from anyone because he was made the God of the earth. He was in charge of everything. He was in command. He was the chief commander of everywhere. But when he sinned, everything he had command over also rebelled against him. So the cause of salvation was sin. And what is sin? The Bible says in 1 John 3:4 that sin is the transgression of the law. And what does law do? Law sets boundaries. The law says, don't do this. If you do it, you have transgressed. That means you have sinned. So that is what the cause of the law is, of salvation is, the transgression of man. Why did man transgress? Because he chose to be self-centered rather than God-centered. I'm taking in this part now, what is the cause of salvation? It was sin that caused us to need salvation, and that sin was caused by the self-centeredness of man, capitalized upon by the devil, the tempter, that made him to do what he wanted rather than what God asked him to do, which is what we call sin. And I say sin is the transgression of the law. See you in the